Welcome to the Nevada Department of Taxation's Introduction to Commerce Tax Training. The information in this video is provided as of June 29, 2016. In this module, we will be discussing the situsing of gross revenue. We will define the term situs, which is how to find Nevada's portion of all the revenue your business generates. Then we will talk about the various types of situsing methods for real property, tangible personal property, services, and the availability of an alternative method. On the Commerce Tax Return, report only Situs to Nevada gross revenue from engaging in business in this state. Taking a look at the tax return, you will see highlighted on the left, Situs to Nevada. Situs is a Latin term, and it means the place where something exists or where the transaction takes place. If my transaction takes place in Nevada, the revenue from that transaction is sitused to Nevada. Let's take a look at the situsing method for real property. If your business entity receives rents and royalties from real property, the revenue is sitused to Nevada if that property is located in Nevada. The same is true if we sell real property. The situsing method for real property is based on the location of the property. Let's take a look at an example of situsing real property. Here we have the Renting Fellows Partnership, and they own real property in Nevada and Arizona. They receive rents of $5 million from the Arizona property and $10 million from the Nevada property. The gross revenue is situs based on the location of the property, so only the $10 million would be part of Nevada gross revenue. Moving on to tangible personal property, if my business entity receives rents and royalties from tangible personal property, the revenue from those transactions are sitused to the extent that property is located or used in Nevada. If my business entity generates gross revenue from selling tangible personal property, the revenue is sitused to Nevada if that property is delivered or shipped to a buyer in Nevada, regardless of the FOB point or any other condition of the sale. Let's take a look at an example of renting tangible personal property. Here we have Tahoe Rentals, located in Carson City, and Tahoe rents paving equipment. Tahoe's customer spends the entire tax year paving a stretch of road in Truckee, California. Tahoe's going to receive $4.5 million in revenue from renting tangible personal property. So the revenue will be sitused based on where the property is being used, which in this case is outside of Nevada. So Tahoe has zero Nevada gross revenue from this transaction. Let's take a look at Barbary Coats next, who is selling tangible personal property. Barbary has a store in Las Vegas, but does a significant amount of sales through the company's website. For the tax year, they generated $4.8 million in revenue. Based on delivery location, Barbary generated $2.2 million in revenue from property delivered to Oregon and $2.5 for property delivered to Washington. The situsing method for tangible personal property is based on where that property was delivered to the purchaser. So those out-of-state sales are not subject to commerce tax, leaving $100,000 in Nevada gross revenue. Moving on to services, the commerce tax law has a specific method for situsing of transportation services. And that says revenue generated from transportation services is sitused to Nevada only if the origin and destination are in Nevada. It has to be both. The regulations have added that we want businesses to keep documentation such as a bill of lading or proof of delivery that shows both origin and destination. For all other services, we are again going to look to the purchaser, but we're going to situs revenue based on where the purchaser receives the benefit of the service. Now that may or may not be the same location that the service is performed. If the purchaser benefits from the service in Nevada, the revenue from that transaction is sitused to Nevada. The regulations have given situsing methods, and those are split by industry, so please review the regulations for your business entity. For many of those industries, the principal place of business or an individual's residence can be used as where the customer receives the benefit. Let's take a look at an example of transportation services. We have Speedy Delivery, and they offer moving services. Speedy is hired to move furniture from Sacramento, California to Las Vegas, Nevada for $500,000. Since that is not a full truckload, Speedy is going to look for more work along the way and agrees to move a family from Reno to Las Vegas for $150,000 on the same trip. For transportation services, We Situs revenue to Nevada only if the origin and destination are both in Nevada. So in this case, only the $150,000 is part of our Nevada gross revenue. Let's move on to an example of other services. Here we have the Beagle Incorporated, a mobile dog groomer located in Mesquite. Several times a month, the owner is going to travel to Utah to perform services at customers' homes. The Beagle did $27,000 in revenue, and $12,000 of that was earned on trips to Utah. In general, services are Situs based on where the customer receives the benefit. So when the owner is outside of Nevada, the revenue is not Situs to Nevada, leaving us with $15,000 of Nevada gross revenue. What these Situsing methods are meant to do is fairly represent the extent of business conducted in Nevada. If the recommended methods do not do that, your business may develop an alternative method. That alternative method must be reasonable, consistent, and uniformly applied. It has to meet all three of those criteria to be acceptable. When you do select an alternative method, please check the box at the top of the return that says Alternative Situsing Method. Thank you for watching the Commerce Tax Situsing module. Please make sure to review our other videos for further information. Thank you.